Hi YouTube family, I'm Jackie and this is Gone Potty Gardening. Welcome to the channel. I'm in the polytunnel today pottering about, so I thought I'd do a little video. All I'm doing really is I'm going to clean off all these pumpkins. I've got a couple of old tea towels and some really vinegar and water to clean the pumpkins off. And then I've put some cardboard. I had a load of these sort of box things that I don't use, so I'm going to lay them out on the table and lay the pumpkins on them. I mean, it's very dry in here, so it should be alright, but I know that they like the dark. But in the outhouse it's quite damp, so I wouldn't trust that they'd be alright. They might start going mouldy out there. So yeah, I've got my bucket of water here. I think I might better put it there really. And yeah, so I'm having a little bit of a clean up with them. And hope you're all alright everyone. I'm doing alright. And I hope you, if you grow vegetables, that you had a good growing season. It's time now, isn't it, to think about what you want to grow next year. We found that we next year we're not going to grow so many oh, I've got something on my face, not so many like cabbages and things like that, because it's hard to keep the slugs off of them, and they do take up a lot of space, don't they? So I think we're just going to stick to things like root vegetables, carrots, not just root vegetables, but carrots, parsnips, potatoes, onion, garlic. And I mean, Helen grows all the like salady stuff around the front of the house there. We've got some containers that go outside, you know, the troughs that have got like lids on them. So yeah, so the reason I'm wiping them off is to get rid of any bacteria or anything like that that could set them off rotting. And that's the reason I got these old tea towels, and I'll give it a good old wipe. And then these sheets that I've laid down here, it's just those boxes that I've undone, and that luckily they fit the width of this table, so that's really good. God, they're halfway some, these. I love that colour though, like bluey grey, isn't it? Lovely. Oh, that is heavy, that one. Anyway, that's one done. That can go at the back there. The only thing you've got to watch, like in here, anywhere really, is because we live in the country, you do get a lot of mice and stuff like that. So that can't be helped, can it? That's one of the things about living in the country. It's strange really what happens. Like, I've got to do a repair on the chicken gate as well, because we got crows. No, magpies is worse. Magpies are the worst. We've got a lot of them. And I tried hanging up some CDs, you know, because they were shiny. So I thought, oh, that'll keep them away. But it didn't. And what they were trying to do is, you know, I've got that big cage bit in for the chickens. They were trying to get in to eat the food. So they've made big holes in the mesh, and so that all needs repairing. And when I was down shopping a couple of weeks ago, I saw these other things. They're like spirals of silver, and they like move in the wind, so I've put a couple of them up. I don't know if they're going to work, but worth the try, isn't it? They do cause a lot of damage. And I've filled my little bird feeders up outside my window. I'll pop a little bit of footage up here in a minute. And it's nice to see them when I'm indoors. It's lovely to see them going on the feeder. I'll put some the Niger seed in, and starting to get all the little finches, which is lovely. That's like a gigantic lemon, isn't it, really? Well, hopefully this cardboard keep them dry. Put this little diddy one. Yeah, I've got lots of things to do over the winter in the garden. That area down the bottom, I don't know if you took any notice of the video, but where I'd grown the potatoes, I want to cover that so that I don't have to like do mega weeding and digging over and everything like that. I try to make it simple, so you know there's not loads of work, because I mean it's quite hard to keep up with, like having this bit, plus we've got a little bit of a front garden with a hedge, so I'm trying to do things that make it easier. For example, this is an example. I made that little arch in the garden, the rose arch, and didn't think about it, but actually the grass all grows and wraps around the rose plant, so I'm going to build like a little sort of you know, a little frame round it, I suppose, and put some soil and wood chip in there so that it doesn't get smothered in grass, because one side of the arch has grown really well with the roses, but the other side it got swallowed up by the grass. So, but I've rescued it. There's all little things like that I've got to do. There's a lot of sorting out. I've ordered me garlic and onions. If you see me getting redder and redder, it's because I'm getting hotter and hotter. It's about 13 degrees outside, but the sun's really warm. But in the polytunnel, I feel it on the back of my head, it's 25. It's a lot of difference, isn't it? That's why I love having the polytunnel, because in the winter it's usually around 10 degrees warmer in the polytunnel than it is outside. And in Ireland we've got a very temperate climate. It doesn't often get really cold, and then the summers are not really hot. We do get a lot of rain, unfortunately, but then that's why Ireland is so green. So yeah, while I'm on here I was thinking, what do you think about me going live? Do you think it'd be a good idea? I'm a bit worried because I've never gone live before. I'd love to go live with my phone, you know, but I can't, not until we've got 1,000 subscribers. But then I could just turn it on and chat to you all, whatever I was doing. And anyway, let me know what you think, whether I should go live or not. Me and Helen are going to do some chats. We're gonna call them potty talk. Well, you know, let you all know what we've been up to. And yeah, so we'll probably do that, you know, maybe once a fortnight, that chat. The dogs are playing in the background now. They've been panting and going like me. But you can't not take advantage of this such a nice day. Get these cleaned up. Yeah, like I said, next year we're not gonna, you know, you learn every year, don't you, what to grow, what not to grow. Definitely not gonna grow marrows or anything like that. I don't know why the hell I planted them. Well, I had a seed packet of them, I suppose that's the reason, but I've chucked a lot of them on the composting bit because I just don't like them at all. Some people do, don't they? They like them like stuffed with mince or vegetables. I know it seems a waste, but anyway, that was a lesson for next year. And what we'll do is we'll grow more, like I say, more root crops and more carrots. Things that we actually, you know, you always plant stuff and it's never enough. Like carrots, we use quite a lot of carrots in soups and just meals a lot. And there's me, I only go and plant, you know, a couple of beds where you need quite a few, don't you, really, if you're going to use them up like that. So yeah, that's the thing we're going to think about. What do you actually eat? It's no good, like, I suppose when you're a new gardener like I am, really, you just go full on, don't you, and plant everything that, you know, you think would be nice, but not actually plant what you actually eat. I bet I'm getting redder and redder. I'm not supposed to be in the sun at all with this lupus and that, but sometimes I forget and I don't take a lot of notice, but then you suffer like in a couple of days. It makes you feel nauseous and horrible, but anyway, I'll try not to worry about that. Can't get over the colouring then. We've ordered our garlic and onion for next year. We get them off of a company called Quick Crop, and they're really good. So they get sent out, I think, for the end of the month, I think. We went for a couple of different varieties this time. We went for a pink variety, can't remember the name, and another one that's supposed to be really good storing and big bulbs. And also, what did we order? Oh, onions, that's it. Our onions. Now that was one big disappointment really for us this year, the onions. Again, not enough, and a lot of them bolted. This year I think I'm gonna try it a different way. You know how I've grown the potatoes and the these. Well, I've got a big, I think it's under there somewhere, yeah, some weed suppressant under there, and I'm going to get like an old can, sort of an empty peach can or something like that, clean it and use my little burner on the top and make holes in the weed suppressant and do the onions like that, I think, because they sell them and they're really expensive, really are. And I know that I can do that myself, so that's what I'm going to do that myself. And I think I'll do the onions that way, and that'll free up room for, you know, more beds of carrots and everything else. I mean, we do grow cabbages in that, like I said, but they just get mullered and eaten, and even if we put that mesh on the top, that all goes green with the algae because we get so much rain. So I mean, I don't think we're going to be bothering with, you know, cabbages or any calabres or anything like that. I do love me beans though, runner beans, and they didn't do very well this year. Heard a lot of people say theirs didn't, but it's really weird. In the bed down there, there's just a couple of plants that have got really started to pick up, and it's nearly the end of the season, so they're not gonna, you know, get very far. Yeah. So I've got all those cleaned up now, which I'm pleased about. That's a good job done. And what I'm going to do now is go on to the storing the potatoes. So I've got to make a little table and do that. But what I'll probably do with that now is cover it with the very fine weed suppressant, which is like a cloth, you know, that sort of stuff. And I'll just put it over the top, and they should do fine in there because it's really dry, and the best place we can think of to store it, really. So good. Now I've already brushed the potatoes off the other day, although I've dug more. I've got to, you know, clean them off first. But I was going to use hay, but I don't buy it in small bales, I buy it in the big one for the donkey. So I'm going to repurpose and use me shredded paper in the bottom. These boxes are from the local supermarket. They've got little holes in the corners there, so that'll give it a bit of air. So rather than, I was going to put this on the compost, but I'm going to store the potatoes in it. And then what I'll do is probably get a piece of cardboard that fits over the top, and then stack my next box on. I've got about 3 boxes, I think, so they should store all right. And with these, I'm going to stack them up high. I'll show you in a minute, because of mice and stuff. So I'm going to lay them like that so that they don't touch. Try and get as many in as I can. They are odd shapes though. But you just have to keep your eye out, you know, that you don't get one that goes mouldy, because it does, like I say, it sets the rest of them off. I did a nice recipe actually the other day. Well, I thought it was nice with these potatoes. You don't have to peel these, but I did. I peeled them, cut them into cubes, boiled them for about 5 minutes, and then used our own garlic and onion and some butter and fried it all off in there. Oh, it's naughty, but it was really nice. You know, all the caramelised onion on it. Yeah, it was really good. These potatoes are not perfect for long-term storage, but hopefully they keep long enough until we use them. I might get a day where the weather's bad, and then I can you know, make some potato wedges and freeze them or something like that. At the moment I don't have that much time to do that job right now, you know. Obviously there will be time when I can do that, when the weather turns bad. Oh look, that one's already gone funny at the end, so watch out for them ones, because it will set the rest of them off. You can only but try. I mean, I've never grown this variety before, and if I find that they go off too quick, no, well, I definitely won't get them again. But they are good for growing. You do get a lot of potatoes. But I found that we preferred these. Sonata. I don't know if I said that right, but we didn't grow enough of them, but they're quite a nice size for a jacket or anything like that. So yeah, so that'll do for that row. And I'll put some more of this on. Knowing my lot, I'll probably find the mice nesting in it or something. Hopefully not though. If I put it up high, they might not be able to get up that high, so that might work well. It's a good use for all this paper though, and when it's finished I'll compost it then. I'm sure it'll keep it dry. Like I say, I've got a load more in like a wheelbarrow thing. So we'll have to get on with it. So all the time you're not storing them properly, they can go green or mouldy, you know. And all that time that you spent, all the effort you've put in chitting them and growing them, and you just have to put that little bit of extra time in after to store them properly, not just think, oh, they'd be right in that bag. I mean, you do get some varieties, I suppose, that store better than others, but because, you know, this is our second gardening year actually, you get to know what grows well in your soil, in your climate. I mean, they usually sell potatoes down in the local, what they call it, Connaught Gold here, which is sell bits of like animal feed and a bit of DIY and a bit of home, you know. So they sell potatoes in there, so that's generally what grows well here. But what I did last year was I looked online and read all about the varieties, you know. I did want to try there's another one, I can't think of it, Anya, that's it. Somebody suggested the Anya as well. So I'm not sure yet if I'll try them, because I think what I think we'll do this year coming is grow all the new potatoes and the second and first, you know, like the first and second earlies in the bags, and grow the main crop in the ground, but grow ones that you can get to a decent size. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do now, there's about 3 layers on there. I'm going to just lay some cardboard over the top, rip some bits off, and that'll be it. So that's how I'm going to store my potatoes. And there's the shelving up high up there. I'm going to tidy that up, and I'm going to put those potatoes up there in the boxes. I mean, I've got another couple to do yet, but that'd be boring if I film that. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I love reading your comments. I look at all of them and I try to answer all of them. Anyway, till next time, see you soon. Bye.
Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.